Welcome to the France 24 Observers. This show is based on our network of observers, ordinary people who tell us what's going on where they are and send in photos and videos to document it. We verify it all here in Paris and bring the best to you. Since March, northern Mali has come under the control of armed separatists and radical Islamists. Residents of the country's capital are hoping the military will soon intervene. But since Mali's army remains weak and disorganized, some have decided to take matters into their own hands and start their own training camp. The goal is to win back the country's north. Our observer Boubacar Al-Kouraichi visited a football field in Bamako where these training sessions take place.
These training sessions take place on a football field near Magambougou in Bamako's commune number 6. Those undergoing training, for the most part, are originally from northern Mali. Their hope is to be able to one day liberate their land. They feel that their land is being soiled. They have heard that the invaders are destroying their holy shrines, raping the women and whipping people who don't obey Sharia law. So they're extremely distressed. This group calls themselves Bouyan Ba Awi, which means better death than dishonor. I met a very interesting woman who greets newcomers to the training sessions. She quit her studies to do this because she believes this is extremely important work. The sessions are led by soldiers. They've come to help train these people who are extremely motivated. Newcomers train separately from those who have already been training for months. They learn self-defense and discipline. I saw them crawling on the ground, running and chanting. It's very similar to what I've seen at regular military training camps, except that I didn't see any weapons. But if you were to give these people weapons the very next day, they'd be out on the battlefield.
South Kordofan, an oil-rich region of Sudan, has become the scene of bloody battles for over a year now. The Sudanese army is fighting against rebels from a group called the SPLM North. According to our observer, the images you're about to see were found by a rebel on a mobile phone belonging to a deceased Sudanese army soldier. They were then given to our observer, Ryan Boyette, the founder of Nuba Reports, a citizen journalism project based in Sudan's remote Nuba Mountains. After investigating this footage, Ryan has concluded that it proves the Sudanese army is deliberately attacking the civilian population in an attempt to weaken the rebels.
The video that we obtained was given to us by the SPLM North soldiers. They captured the video in a battle with the Sudan Armed Forces. The video actually shows the Sudan Armed Forces and the Popular Defense Force of Sudan burning down the village of Umbertumbo in southern Kordofan, Sudan. There was interviews that we did with eyewitnesses' accounts that they were inside Umbertumbo. They heard firing and shooting. They ran away to the SPLM North-controlled areas because they felt safe in that area. And the people who were coming to attack them were coming from the Sudan Armed Forces controlled areas. The uniforms in the videos that the soldiers are wearing, you can tell that they're uniforms of the Popular Defense Force of Sudan, as well as the language that they're using is very specific to a certain tribe that is Sudanese Arabic, but with a certain accent. A large number of them are known to be a part of the Popular Defense Force. This is the first time that actual video shows the Sudan Armed Forces burning a village. They don't want any village to be livable. They want people to move off the land so that the land cannot support the current Sudan People's Liberation Army North.
Our observer's investigation leads him to believe that these images were filmed in the fall of 2011, but he's waiting on satellite photos from that time period to help confirm this. Now for the best images sent in this week by our observers from around the world. We first head to the city of Mashhad in northeast Iran. A passenger filmed these images with a mobile phone on a bus. They show an Islamic cleric trying to caress a female passenger through his robe. According to one of our Iranian observers, Sheila, this video angered many women in Iran. Many of them, she says, have had to endure unwanted advances from clerics. While clerics are allowed to have sexual relations within the bounds of marriage, some Iranians accuse them of abusing their positions of power to harass women. Of course, sexual harassment isn't limited to Iran. These images were filmed in early July in India, in Guwahati, the capital of Assam state. This 17-year-old woman was savagely attacked by a group of drunken men. The young woman is brutally pushed around before being thrown to the ground, where the men tear her clothes off. This video shocked many Indians, not just because of the violence of the attack, but because the journalist who happened upon the scene decided to film it rather than to intervene. That's it for this week, but as always, you can find more reports from our observers online, on our website, on our Facebook and Twitter pages, and on our iPhone app. See you next time.